Hi, my name is Nora von Dorn-Ortega. If you watched the previous video in an email, you'll already have some idea what our program is about, but I wanted to give you a little sneak peek into how the program works and give you a little lesson outline. So the program starts with a Unytus passport, which students get to travel to each country that you get in the program. And I'm going to just show you a little example of what that would look like. So this is just our demo version, but each student is able to have their own passport with their name, a signature. They can draw their own picture in, or if you wanted to use school pictures or whatever to paste in. And then the badges they get are kind of like passport stamps we get, but we will send you stickers. So each student gets a sticker for each superhero lesson they complete within each country. So kindness, empathist, respectus, and charitus. Those are our 4 main superheroes. And then at the end of a lesson unit, when everything is finished, they get to meet Unytus. So traveling through, they get to use their special passports. And let me just show you sort of an example of our program. As you know from the previous video, if you watched it, each 45-minute lesson includes grade level Common Core English Language Arts standards, as well as multicultural learning standards, a detailed written lesson plan with a script. If you should choose to use it, you can. It's kind of a helpful outline. A summative and a formative assessment, grading rubrics, a storybook, and additional activities. On top of the storybook, we also, per unit, there's one comic or graphic story, which, might hit different kids' interests. So I'll show you some examples of that in just a minute. Before that, I just wanted to show you, you get a presentation. This is an example of what it looks like, just a few slides from one of our lessons. It gives you the outline of what you're saying, but gives you a little flexibility in how you want to teach it. Let me show you that example of stories and comics, as I mentioned before. So this is an example of a comic or a graphic story. This particular one is called Anansi and the Firefly, and we have, as you can see, a wonderful illustrated story. And we also share more traditional forms of a story. So this is an example of the pages from one of our storybooks that each student will get. I mentioned assessments and rubrics. Each lesson comes with formative and summative assessments and rubrics, so you don't have to do the work to build rubrics for grading. It's all just there. So here, let me show you an example of a rubric. I probably should have shown you the assessment first, but it just shows you, and we have it as advanced, proficient, developing, and working to give you a little bit more flexibility in your own grading. You can label it differently if need be, but it gives you the basics. And here's our assessment examples. These are pretty basic. We're talking about 2nd grade, but just some examples. We have a lot of different standards we reach for, so these are just some brief examples. At the end of each lesson or unit, we get feedback from teachers and students. So let me just show you. So this is all done in Google Drive. You get a teacher feedback questionnaire and a student feedback questionnaire. The student feedback questionnaire is really simple. It's smiley face, sad face, more about engagement to see if the kids are engaged. The teacher feedback questionnaire, on the other hand, is more about if this lesson helped you meet your classroom criteria, and if it was actually helpful for you. We really care about if we're making a difference in your classroom, so the feedback is very helpful. And then you move on to the next lesson. So just to give you an overview, you have your unit, which has four lessons per unit per country for each superhero, and you get to travel the world depending on which countries you purchase. And within each lesson, you have assessments and rubrics, stories and comics, and presentations along with a written lesson plan. And we really appreciate any feedback you have for us. And And any questions you have, please just let us know. We are excited to hear from you. Thanks so much.